Hello everyone and welcome to my next presentation on Chinese character etymology and phonetic series. In this video I will talk about the phonetic series which are led by the Chinese character pronounced ba. Ba as a character can be found in words like 嘴巴 and 尾巴. 嘴巴 means mouth and 尾巴 means tail. And it also can be found in foreign words, transcribed foreign words. For instance, if you say Obama, it means Barack Obama, or Bali means Paris, and so on. And I didn't know this prior to making this video, but it also can be a standalone character and act as a verb. If you say, for instance, 这个东西扒着另外一个东西, it means that this thing is next to another thing, or is near another thing. So as a standalone character, it can be a verb with the meaning to be close to something or to be next to something. But as I said, more usually it is used in the word mouth or tail, and also as a part of transcribed foreign words. Transliteration, I would actually call it. Sliteration. Originally, this character, well, two things. Originally, it meant probably meant two things. The first thing was sort of like a kind of a snake, and the second thing was that it meant the solar eclipse. And if you look at this version of the character, which is the seal script version of it, you sort of can't see the snake. I mean, this is something that does resemble a snake, a cobra, with this typical shape of its head. And this version of the character is its oracle bone version, and should represent the snake, or should look a little bit more like the snake, but in fact the younger character is more authentic, strangely. So originally the character used to mean either a snake or solar eclipse. And it is a very, very frequent character, exactly because you can find it in a lot of foreign names. Basically any syllable that resembles ba in a foreign word, if it's going to be transliterated or transcribed into Chinese, it's going to have this character in it. And it is the character is also a very, very frequent phonetic element in other characters, and I chose some, probably the most frequent ones, and I'll explain them to you one by one. If you would like to know more about the system of how these characters are formed, go ahead and check out the first video in this series. It's going to be much more detailed about this. So the first character is pronounced ba, or ba, without any tone. So ba in the first tone, or ba without any tone, and clearly the phonetic element is ba in it. And the meaning of this character it's pretty hard to explain in 1-2 words. It is a grammar particle that is diminishing the imperative mood. So to put it into plain English, if I say 你出去, it means go out, just go out and get out of here. And if I say 你出去吧, it means just go ahead and go out. It's diminishing the imperative mood. And the semantic element in it is this part over here, which is pronounced ko, and it is a mouth. And that element is present as a semantic element, is present in several characters where the character is only representing a sound. It's not really representing any meaning. It's just a sound. So if, for instance, if you have this character, these two characters actually, this is how you write in Chinese, haha, like when someone laughs. And in English you would just write haha, ha, like that. Well, in Chinese, since you don't have letters, you have to choose characters to sort of represent it. So you choose these two, and these two characters stand for haha. And if you sort of analyze the character, the right part is he or ha. It could be pronounced ha or he. Maybe it has even other different pronunciations. And I'm not really sure exactly what it means now. It means something like to combine or to put together or something like that. 把这个东西合起来. It means probably to combine two things or to assemble something. And if you add again this ko right next to it, it's just going to turn it into a new character, and that new character is going to have one sole purpose, and that is to represent the sound ha. And so probably ba, this character here, originally had the same meaning. It used to represent the sound ba. If you had to write, like if someone for whatever reason would say ba 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 ba, and you would need to write it down in Chinese, you would use this character to do it. And then later it transferred into the meaning that it has now, which is the sort of the diminishing of the imperative mood. The second character in this series is pronounced also ba in the first tone, and its meaning is a scar. And again, clearly the phonetic element is ba, and the semantic element is this part of the character, which is pronounced ni. And ni means sick or illness or something like that. And it is, although you can't see it now because it's been formatted and simplified, so it doesn't look nowhere near to what it used to look originally. It is a man lying on a bed, and the whole thing is sideways. So maybe if I write the preceding character, which used to look something like this, it is this section is the bed and this is the man. And originally it used to look like this. So now it's a little bit clearer that it's a bed and a man lying on it. Then it was put sideways so that it could be combined with other characters into new characters. And when the regular script originated or was created, it was completely formatted into what you see now. It is often used in characters that represent some sort of an illness or something that's, some sort of a sickness. For instance, this character over here is the character for cancer, 癌症. Then you have this character over here, for instance. I'm just writing anything that comes across my mind. This is Bing. This is 我生病了. I fell sick, and so on. And unfortunately, I couldn't find the seal script version for this character because this character is probably younger than the rest of the characters, and it might just be that seal script was no longer in use when this character was created, and therefore no seal script version for his character exists. The next character in this series is pronounced ba in the third tone, ba. And again, it's not really easy to explain it in a couple of words because it also has a grammar particle. And one of the meanings that it has is that it is a grammar particle, and it is sort of, if you are familiar with the concept of a subject-verb-object language that Chinese is, it means that you say, it's just like English basically, I opened the door, you go, I don't know, you give this to me, or something like that, or you give this to Peter. And if you want to somehow be more flexible and invert that system, or basically not use that rule, there is a way of inverting the object and taking it out from the position behind the verb and putting it somewhere in front of the verb in the sentence. And you do that by using the particle ba. So if you say, for instance, 你把窗户关起来, it means close the window, but in the sentence, 窗户 is in front of 关起来, which means to close. The rule is very, I don't know what I should call it, but I think it's not. There are a lot of exceptions to this rule, and it's not very stable. It's just sort of like a rough description of this rule and what the particle ba does, just to give you an idea. When someone would ask you, or when someone would explain to you what it means. So that's what it does. It inverts the object from behind the verb and puts it basically in front of it. Another meaning of this character is that it is a measure word. And for those who do not know what a measure word is, we have them in Western languages as well, and in English, for instance, these measure words, we use them quite often, but not necessarily all the time like it's the case in Chinese. So for instance, we have a measure word, one sheet of paper, or a flock of birds, or a school of fish, or you can say a bouquet of roses, and so on. And so the sheet, a flock, a loaf of bread, loaf, these are the measure words. In Chinese, there are absolutely, you have to use them all the time. And this particular measure word is used for objects with a handle. So, for instance, for knives, for swords, and so on. I think brooms also use this measure word. And the last meaning, what it has, it is really a handle of something. So, the handle of a knife would also be a ba. And the semantic element in it is this element over here, pronounced shou, and it is a hand, pointing to the meaning of the character that you have to grab something and so on. The next character is also pronounced ba in the third tone, and its meaning is target. Target, and again the phonetic element is on the right side, and the semantic element is on the left side, pronounced ge, and it is leather. It means leather or hides. Leather or hides. And when I first looked at his character, because it's not a super frequent character, is less frequent than other characters. Usually when we say target in Chinese, we use 目标, which is like sort of like a target, like an aim of what you're doing. 我的目标, like my aim in this situation or something like that. But you can also say 把子. He used this character in it. Originally, this character used to mean reins or bridle. The things that you use to control a horse with. And they were made out of leather, so that's the reason why we have this semantic element in it. However, today the character means target, and I'm not really sure. I mean, I didn't sort of, when I was looking at the dictionaries that I have, I couldn't find an explanation as to how this shift in meaning came about, which is actually a pretty frequent phenomenon. Often you find characters that when they were created, they had very, very different meanings than to what they have today, and there is no clear explanation as to how it happened. And this is maybe one of those cases. The next character in this series is pronounced ba in the fourth tone, and it is father. Father. And again, the phonetic element is ba, this time at the bottom of the character, and the semantic element is this element over here, which is pronounced fu. Fu, and it also means father. The difference is between these two words that if you say as standalone characters, they are not used in modern Chinese, but you can say baba, which means daddy or dad, and fu qin means father. Or a more polite way of saying father. If you look at the seal script version of this character, you can see the original the ba, which looks just like it should look, because that's how it looks as a standalone character in seal script. But in the seal script, but the top is it's very different. It's this element over here. Let me just write it as a standalone character, something like this, and it's very different from this element, this fu as we write it today, and it's not a mistake or a change. This is just the way that fu used to be written in the seal script. You can, if you look up characters that have fu in it in the seal script, they all will have this element in them. So it's just the way how the fu was written in the seal script. And the last character in this series is pronounced pa. in the second tone. And again, we can see that we have the ba element, the phonetic element in it, and it means to climb. Climb like a mountain. Pashan means to climb mountains. And the semantic element is this part over here on the left side, and it is pronounced zhua. Zhua. And it means to grab something or a claw. And it clearly points to the meaning that when you climb a mountain, when you climb rocks, you have to sort of like grab the rocks and so on. All right, so this was the phonetic series, the Ba phonetic series. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section for this video. And I will see you in the next one.